Hello, everyone. Van Cam here. Continuing to feel called to share our intentions from the meditation for peace. Because one of the things that I notice when other people speak of these virtues, call them virtues, the things that we want to see more of in the world, like trust, community, connection, honesty. When I hear these words, compassion, peace, love, respect, they have a certain vibration that feels good when I hear those words. And so I think it's important for us to align ourselves with the frequency and the vibration of these words, and to take them to heart, the energy of these words and what they mean. If that's what we want to manifest, if that's what we're serious about bringing into the world. So what came to me yesterday in the 7 p.m. meditation, thank you everyone for who tuned in energetically and joined us. I could feel you quite strongly, especially after the first minute or two, once we kind of got things rolling. Then the energy of the group starts to support the meditation, right? So in the beginning, you're sort of putting a bit of effort into creating a circle of light, of us holding hands, and a web of light and good intentions moving through the group and sending out those positive vibrations. And then after a certain amount of time, it starts to kind of float itself, right? We support each other. It sort of supports the whole effort synergistically, as I mentioned before. And what really I noticed was quite profound, that once that started happening, once the ball gets rolling, then all you really have to do is bask in it and just beam it out. And you're also having that beamed out to you, right? So when you're in the meditation and you're receiving it, it's helping to generate it and make it bigger. And what I felt was support. And instead of holding hands in this big circle around the earth, right, we're imagining that, I actually had the sense where we all had our arms around one another and we were like in a huddle, right, like with our heads together. I really felt this like really strong vibe of support. And I realized that that's one of the things that we need more of in this world, if we want the kind of world that we want to live in, is support. Because right now what we have is a little bit of like rant energy, right? Like where we're kind of very easily tearing each other down. And we're okay with people who have the same belief systems as us, right? Like we're going around being like, hey, this is that. And we're looking for people that carry the same beliefs that we do. But if we encounter someone who has a different view, oh my gosh, like there's no support there for that. And so, yeah, I want to live in a world that has, where we support one another, right? Where I'm giving and receiving support with the people around me. I don't want to be torn down and I don't want to tear other people down, right? That's not what I'm here to do. And I don't think that's what any of us are here to do. So support. And one of the ways that we can support each other is another kind of meditation tip. I talked yesterday about like what to do when those kind of fearful thoughts come in, right? So you're meditating along and you're like, oh yeah, peace, love, and understanding. It's all great and wonderful. But then you start to have these, doubtful energies that come in, or doubtful thoughts. Like, it could be as simple as like, am I doing this meditation correct? I don't know if this is working, right? Like that kind of stuff. Or your mind wanders off to something that you watched earlier in the news today, or something that you're really upset about. And then that energy goes into the meditation. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're projecting the opposite, right? We're cultivating the opposite. So what to do if those intrusive thoughts come in? Tonglen is a meditation, Buddhist meditation, that involves allowing those negative things to come in, allowing yourself to feel them, breathing in and breathing those things in. And they might be your own negative thoughts, or they might be things you're thinking about around other people, or other actions or other events external to yourself. So the practice is to breathe that in and then breathe out the opposite, right? So if there's brokenness, pain, and suffering that you're feeling or sensing or thinking about, breathe that in. Don't be afraid of it. Don't try to just ignore it. But then as you exhale, breathe out the opposite of what that needs to heal. So you're breathing out caring, compassion, healing energy into whatever that situation is, or whoever those people are that are experiencing that pain and suffering, right? So it's a recycling of energy. You're breathing it in, changing it, turning it around, and then pressing back out to them everything they need to heal that situation. And this is another beautiful way that we can support each other energetically. This practice of Tonglen is a very powerful practice. It works with all kinds of situations. If you're in an argument with someone, or you're with someone who's very upset or sad or emotional, and you don't know what to say or do, you can do this practice with them remotely. You can do it with people in the same room. You can do it just with your intention. So this is another way to handle any of those negative emotions that arise. Recycle them. All right, so support is our key intention for today. Meditation at 7 p.m. Pacific, or at 11 a.m., whatever floats your boat. 7 minutes at 7 p.m., 15 at 11 a.m. Thanks for joining in this initiative. You guys are amazing.